Welcome to another episode of Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. My guest this week, content creator, producer from California, Magic Mike Hung. Mike, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for inviting me into your space. While you're in New York, you're shooting, marathon shooting, huh?
Oh, but
Yeah.
I don't believe everything you hear.
Don't believe everything you hear. Got some stamina, I see.
I wouldn't complain about it.
No, I don't think a lot of the people that you work with complain about it either. So I've seen your work. Again, thank you so much for doing the podcast. I have not gotten the opportunity to work with you yet, but we will.
I like the word yet.
Yeah. So so tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get started in the industry?
Well, the pandemic had maybe just hit, just hit, and I was drinking like all of us. We were having like half a wine a day, or a bottle of wine every day, and it just got very boring very quick for me, and I just said, I can't live this life. This is now. And then I said, I'm gonna work out. I'm going to find some motivation. But if you're working from home, which I do, and working out from home, it's just too much lack of motivation to be able to do both. So I tried to force myself and said, I'm going to work out, but how? Like what? Who's accountable for it? Because if you're answerable to somebody, you will. If you don't have, you will bring motivation from somewhere else. So I put a camera and I started working out, and started in the garage with the gym and workouts, and then it followed with me to the bathroom and then to the bedroom. The first video I created was just me in the bathroom trying to be naked and trying to shoot and just like hang my dick in slow-mo. And I said, oh, well, it kind of looks okay. Let's try. And I posted that on Twitter, and I got like 1,000 views or 1,000 followers on one day. And I was like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
I can do that. And the next thing is I was a content creator.
Yeah. 300,000 followers away. Right?
Just 200, just hopefully 300, but only 200 right now.
Oh, okay, so 200,000 followers. How did you come up with your name?
I'm a very lazy guy. If you can't believe that,
I don't believe it.
But as growing up as teen in America, the two straight characters that I was very, very impressed by or infatuated with were Magic Mike, the movie character, and then the other one was Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
Those were two my biggest. I don't know, as a man, those were my two biggest, wow, these characters are amazing. I wanted to be in some way, be like either one of them, but still be me, like bring something to those characters from my perspective. And I don't think I identify myself as a dancer, which Magic Mike represents, like amazing sexual god dancing and trying to arouse the other gender, or the BDSM prince, or like dream prince with Christian Grey. And I was like, I have to still be me, but I can't dance as much as I can't be that BDSM oriented. So which one do I identify with more? Plus Magic Mike was such grand name. And people know 50 Shades of Grey, but they don't know Christian Grey. Versus Magic Mike is not just a character; it's a brand. You want to be Magic Mike. And I said, yeah, well, why not? I think an Indian can be Magic Mike too. So
yeah,
that's how. Out of that, I picked that.
You mentioned you are of Indian descent.
Yes.
Okay. You grew up in Los Angeles?
No, I grew up in India.
Okay, so you grew up in India. When did you come to the States?
When I was 24.
24?
Yeah.
So you were 24, you come to the United States. How far or what do you do when you get here?
I came here as an international student to study, to do my second master's. And since then, just could never go back home.
Yeah, you fell in love with it.
I love America.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so much.
In
This is my
particular,
hometown.
what in particular about the West Coast?
Oh, well, it's the best coast. Let's start with that. No, but it's so I'm by profession. I'm a tech guy. I do tech. So LA, California has both tech in San Francisco and entertainment in LA. They're both in New York, but I think just New York is a very great place to visit. I would be such a trouble if I lived here.
Yeah, why? Why do you say so?
I don't know. It's just too fast for me.
Is it?
I find California much laid back.
Yeah.
Relaxed. We are 3 hours behind. We'll get caught up to it. Something like that.
I
think
have-
the attitude comes across.
Yeah, I have dreams of living in the West Coast. So
We should visit.
yeah,
It's
no,
amazing.
I absolutely enjoy it. The last time I was there was I would say December of 2019. And it was a great time. I had worked in California on and off for 10 years before that. But I guess because I only went there for work, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I could. This time I didn't go for work. I just went. I think Champ was shooting and he had an extra spare room.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm totally going to go. And I went, and it was a weekend that we had, just really, really fun going out and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I do have dreams of living there. I have a love-hate relationship with New York City.
Wow.
So you come from India. You are doing your second master's. Is that correct?
I did my second master's.
Okay, so you did your second master's here, and then what do you do before you become Magic Mike Hung? What do you do?
It's a technical job. I'm
Okay.
an IT guy.
Okay, so you're an IT guy.
Yeah.
When you made the decision, right? Like you're during lockdown, you put up these videos.
Right.
I'm curious as to like culturally, right? I don't see a lot of Indian or Indian American porn stars or anything. How does porn fit culturally with who you are?
Historically, India was the land of the Kama Sutra.
Yeah, I was
So-
just thinking that. Yes.
So I think we were very good at it
Mhm.
at the time, or we were very open to it at that time historically to have such elaborate, like whole science of sexual positions.
Mhm.
The sexual positions did not necessarily were for straight or gay; they were sexual positions.
Mhm.
And I don't know what happened in from those years to now. India under British rule for hundreds of years, 200 years almost. I don't know where we lost all that. I don't know where did it go away. For a country that is after now, and the number said, after America and UK, the third largest porn viewing country, why would we not embrace? We're doing it behind closed doors, but why is the policies or the culture not very open to it? I wonder that sometimes.
Mhm.
I think that's how most of us from India see it.
Mhm.
It's still not I think mainstream acceptable.
Have you told relatives?
Um,
Do they know Magic Mike Hung?
I don't think so. I don't think they ever will.
Okay.
Because I don't think they will ever look for it, and I don't think I'm just going to run into it either.
Mhm.
So if they ask me, I'll tell them, but I don't think I'm going to want them to, find out this way. I would want them to, look for it.
Mhm.
If that's important to you, then yeah, go look for it. I don't have to.
Now, before I should have asked this before, but culturally, you talk about India and porn. What about India and homosexuality?
Yeah. Also, same. They were very, very open to it. Then I don't know what happened. The British came with their rules and laws, and India was a homophobic country. And the British left. They improvised their rules and laws. Our country never got caught up to it to be able to make those changes. So very recently, in last 5 years, I think same sex between consensual adults of same sex became legal. The gay, the marriages are still not acceptable,
Not acceptable.
recognized by the law. So yeah, we are far in that.
You do enjoy alcohol.
Yes. Now, yes. Very, very. Yeah. Yes.
You do enjoy gay sex,
Yes.
and you do enjoy porn. Did those contribute to you not wanting to go back to India
No, 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 no. I had made my decision to stay here much earlier.
before?
Yeah. America is my country. I love it. I cannot live anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very Indian. You know, I miss India more than any Indian will miss staying in India. It's only the people who are outside of India we miss our country so much.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Magic Mike Hung now. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about doing studio porn?
Yes, yes. Why not? That would be the ultimate dream. Yeah.
Okay. So you are doing OnlyFans. You are your own boss, to say.
Huh.
But do you would do studio work? Let's say Falcon calls or Men calls, and they say, "Hey, we would love for you to do this scene."
I would be honored to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I would love to.
You would come with leverage. You know that. You
You
have a good following. You come with more than if they just found you on the street and said, "Hey, this guy's great. Let's put him in here." You have more leverage when it comes to
Yeah.
what
No,
you
no,
do.
no. I'm not saying. I'm not even like doubtful about that. What I'm saying is, it would be. I don't know. See, most people conventionally start either the OnlyFans or studio, maybe at the same time or one before the other. They use studio porn to be marketable, to reach people, to be able to find more of their content to come back to their pages.
Mm-hmm.
I did not do that. I first created the pages. I don't know if studio believe in me or not. I don't know. That's for them to decide.
Yeah.
I believed in myself and I did it. So now, I mean, I would love to. Yes, why I'm actually in the process of seeing if I'm even eligible to apply to any of these. Would they even consider me? Would I be like, oh my God? Yeah, it would be a dream to work with any of them. Yeah.
I'm fascinated to see too, because when I walked in, we spoke about it very briefly. It's very rare to see sexy Indian men in porn, in gay porn, in straight porn here in this country. And I'm curious, and that's why I asked if it's cultural or if it's a studio not thinking that it's marketable. But obviously it is marketable. And I think it's just, this country's at a turning point at this point where everybody is included. And fan sites have helped because you no longer have to rely on the studio to make or break who you are. You have proven that yourself, and I think that's amazing. You've worked with Treasure Island.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I work for Treasure Island. However, this is independent of Treasure Island. Like, nobody funds this.
Yeah.
But Treasure Island's your first studio. What other studios do you see out there doing stuff that you would want to do?
I mean, I when I started, I had such limited exposure to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even my role play kings that I was into was very limited. This has opened my space to, wow, the areas that people can be into. And I'm learning as I explore. So from what I've seen, I think they're all amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gorgeous people in there. I still sometimes struggle, whatever porn I put on to watch, I still sometimes struggle that, oh my God, do I look like any of them? Because that's my struggle, right? I do not see anybody that I can feel like, oh yes, that is my kind of guy. I don't know if because I'm not conditioned to watch that with somebody like me.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's just me, maybe it's everybody, and that's up to them, you know, if they believe in that a condition can be changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do that on my platforms. And
Yeah.
I can't force or change anybody else's perception. I can just change mine first. Yeah, it is still, I don't know, my porn. One day I can watch my own porn on there playing mainstream and I can be like, yeah, this is norm. I mean, maybe, yeah.
Well, you say that, and I remember feeling that way in not watching porn, but watching TV and stuff.
Yeah.
Not seeing who you are on TV, and and when you do, not being represented correctly, represented in a way that's no lie, funny sometimes, but also not necessarily what goes on in your house, you know? So I can only imagine what it feels like for other brown people, you know, but from different descents and stuff, not seeing yourself. That's why I was absolutely intrigued with you and your rise, your stardom, because of the fact, and you do have stardom. Hundreds of thousands of people following you is not. It's not nothing. It's work. So you put the work into it.
Okay.
So you make your own content. You do one-on-ones. You do groups. You do. What do you enjoy about the content that you do with other people, with models?
So let me start the representation first. See, you have to see the other side also of it. There are 1.4 billion Indian people. Maybe 1 million of those are gays, are brown. Plus add Asian population in there, add all Latino population. Whoever can identify as me, my job, I think, gets a little bit convoluted or pressurizes, because I now have to, do not get me wrong, there are at least hundreds of thousands of people that are more talented than me. They are. Because talent distribution is in every ethnicity. But the opportunities are not. So, or the countries are not, or people are not. I have been one of how many million fortunate to be able to represent them? Do you think it's an easy pressure? It's not. I can fuck it up and the next 100 years will become difficult for the next person to come out. That's what bothers me or kills me. That I want to do this so that more opportunities open for people to come up. Maybe it's just one person that has to break that. Somebody has to break it. If it's not me, somebody else will. But I can make it easier for somebody else to do this, you know. That's the biggest challenge I struggle with, to not fuck it up. Then on my content, oh my God, I have such a varied sexual taste and type now. Always been. That, I'm surprised how much far stretched I have become in my openness to every kind of people, and I've found amazing talent in every kind of people. So it's both ways. First, they are very, very nice people in general. And then the whole sexual chemistry and the chemistry in person, you know, when you meet them, when you interact with them. And people have been really, really nice. For somebody so established, people in the industry, or newest people, to trust me and believe in me, and to be able to just give their time to me, to create whatever we did. It's like, wow. I'm received very, very well by the industry, so I'm very, very aware of that. That I'm fortunate that people have been nice, very, very nice, very supportive, very nice, and I'm very thankful about that.
Thank you for that before too. I appreciate that, because I absolutely believe in what you're saying. The pressure, I never even thought about that, but yeah, that's a lot. I can see that. When you say you've opened up sexually, what is the most curious thing that you found that you were like, wow, I didn't know I liked that, but now I do?
Well, piss is one of them for sure. I did not ever see myself seeing pissing as sexually arousing.
Okay.
Never in million years I thought that could be arousing.
And like, how did this happen? How did you?
So there's this friend of mine. He's a very close friend. His name is Josh. He goes by Jonas Lakes. Him and I used to be, flatmates at one point. And I have such nice chemistry with him. Not just sexual, it's understanding of creative freedom. To be able to come up with an idea and bring it to the other person. And we have a trio, our secret, mysterious videographer. The three of us will casually chat and bring up something. And in our next monthly, shoot together, or every 2 months shoot together, we'll come up with the 3 craziest ideas, or pick up one, and then go about and do it and see if it works or not. So he had casually mentioned that he has a water sports-based following. And I'm like, oh my God, who would want to see me piss on people? I mean, most of what you do would get into is what you think is sexual or not. I've never ever seen or felt that somebody else could want to see me doing it. That was hard to believe. And I'm like, okay, who would want to see me do that? And when I mean, to be honest with you, it's just in the shoot, it's just me, waist down, just my dick, not even my face, nothing. I'm just standing. And Josh made me drink 7 cups, 8 cups of hot tea. I was going to explode if I had not peed. And it's just his face and me pissing. And he emotes so well from just the face. But even that, I could not believe how many messages they get that people get aroused on watching that. And then I saw it myself. I'm like, shit, this is erotic. This could be turned on. And I give full credit to Mr. Jonas Lakes, if you're listening. Oh my God, you can emote. That is a hot video. So hot.
Do you get a lot of people that ask you to do stuff that's, what do they call that? Like content, custom content?
I have received a lot of requests for custom content.
Okay.
I'm very bad at those. I'm very, very, very lazy about those. I try and make my content as generic as possible. Everybody can watch it. Everybody can feel it. Everybody could relate to it. That's my whole point of making it different. I struggled with creativity, difference. I don't want, it's at the end of the day, it's porn. It's my dick going into somebody's ass. To make it look different, to make it look exciting, to make it look fresh is the challenge I struggle with. How, where, when, with who, and that's all I'm trying to figure out. Because after a while, even however self-obsessed I am, I can get bored of watching myself do the same thing. I need to make sure nobody else does.
So do you consider yourself self-absorbed?
I I wouldn't be lying if I deny that. Like, yes, but hell yeah, I'm down to earth bougie about that. I'm not even like pretending to not even say that. No. Hell yeah. That's all. If I can't take care of myself, who will come to take care of me?
Yeah. Okay. What is the hardest part of making porn for you?
Yeah, so I am a technical guy. I understand coding, I understand computers, I understand things. Camera and angles is new to me. I have no idea. I was so bad. I'm not even a very social media person. I do not have an Instagram, or I'm not constant. I'm horrible at those. I am a bedroom star. I created whatever I created in my bedroom, in my privacy, on the limited space that I had in my bedroom and my bathroom during the pandemic. So I learned tripods, I learned camera angles, I learned everything while I was still filming with commoners, random people. This has started with me and my friends with benefits, buddies who were all working from home. Everybody's stuck in pandemic. Nobody's supposed to meet anybody. And people forgot that there are single people and there are horny gay people. Me being one of them. So do not get me wrong. I used to fuck just as much before porn also. I'm not even blaming porn to make me fuck more or less. I used to fuck just as much. Just because it's on camera, people think, oh my God, this guy fucks so much. No, I have not changed a bit. I used to fuck just as much before the camera as well. So I told them that, are you all going to just fuck with me? You're not supposed to meet anybody outside. We're just going to form a bubble, just the 5 of us. And I started with 5 guys and me. Just us. Each of them were not supposed to fuck with anybody else except me. But nobody knew the other person till I introduced a few of them to the other few. That stays with Seema. And the only condition I said is, if you want to fuck, put the damn mask on. Some people were cool about it, some people were not. I started with focusing just on the dick and the ass. Those are my initial shoots where none of the body mattered. None of us mattered, and face didn't matter, nothing mattered, just me in action. And then I slowly expanded the angles, started learning which angles, which tripod, where. And from then, still I feel so much more comfortable in the privacy of my bedroom. Me on tripods. Don't get me wrong, I love videographer. I love the content they're able to create. But sometimes it's like the third person being in the same room brings a different dynamic.
Mhm.
Just otherwise, I love the whole. But the people I work with, because I shoot apparently film so much. After first 10 minutes of that, I get used to them. They get used to me. They stay with me pretty much 8-hour days, if not less, to be able to film the way intensity or the duration I film with. The first 10 minutes, I get comfortable with them. Being naked, roaming around in the room with them, side by side. Ideas. I want to work with different people because otherwise all my videos will be my creation will look exactly the same. So I like that I have the access of presenting myself in a different way that somebody else would be able to do that better than me. And I love that part that I am being able to, I have that access. If then I fuck it up, it's like, oh my God, he had everything. He still couldn't get it right. He had access to every single, he just had to ask. I just have to ask. People are so nice in general, they're just like, yeah. If I don't even ask, then, what am I waiting for? I just have to ask. People are very nice. They will come through and I will be able to give myself or to the audience that trusts me so much to give the best I can. That's all we can do, right? We're responsible for the best we do.
How do you feel about the platform that you have? How do you feel about, I saw one of your posts, so you're at 200,000 followers on Twitter. And when you got there, I think you thanked everybody. What is it feel like to know, like, because what you do is a very personal thing, a deeply personal thing that you're sharing with people.
Correct.
And they like it. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to have that? Not the responsibility. I know that it's rough, but adoration, admiration.
I call it validation.
Love.
I call it validation, actually.
Okay.
I did not believe myself. I did not feel I was sexy. As a kid, the first person you need is your parents' validation or people's validation in general to be able to be good at what you do, right? Just because you enjoy something till it's personal, you're fine with it. Once you put it on display, then other people's opinion matters a little bit. Validation matters a little bit because now it's not personal. You're putting your most private thing on display. Of course, people are going to look at it. You want them to look at it. And when they look at it, you feel like, oh, it's like the like button in Instagram. You like that. You're not sure about yourself sometimes. Or you want a little, nudge to say, hey, that's good work. Why not? I used to love sex. I still love sex. I used to be so good at it that I was like, oh my God. But I never got whenever I went to a bar or a club, before I started working out, before I started doing porn, I always had the dick, but I never got that recognition or even nobody gave me a second look because I could not stand out from the stereotypical nice, cute Indian boy. I just thought mediocrity was boring. I did not want to be a mediocre Indian boy who doesn't get a second look. So I said, something has to change. Somebody has to do something. If I don't do it for myself, why would the country or people will change their opinion? No, somebody has to start. And this pandemic happened at the right time, and I didn't believe that this would be the way for me to feel validation or accepted. So for somebody like me to become, I don't know if there is. I definitely know there are more people, but to be identified as a first, maybe a gay porn star, I get nervous about that. Maybe India does not want its first porn star to be gay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how will people react. So, a validation sometimes feels good that you exist. You knew you were good. Just that you like other people liking it because now you feel like you're answerable to them a little bit. And they just want you to have fun and be a part of that fun. In that process, if it becomes entertaining also, why not? We should try it. Definitely.
Jeez, that's a very good answer. My God, I didn't think validation, but I can understand. It is work. It's a lot of work. Do you find, is sex now your work? What does it feel like to have sex without lights and cameras?
Actually, I still have sex
Okay.
without lights and cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sex is still very, very, very private for me. It's still very private. I still get nervous anxiety in the presence of a third person. Forget studios. Forget doing it on stage. Or I still get nervous. Public sex is something I'm least comfortable with. I like the privacy. I like my four walls. I like my bedroom. I like the closeness the OnlyFans provided us to be raw, to be us, to be least scripted or documented we can be, to be us. And my entire career is that. I can't deny that. That's my most comfort space. That's the one thing I get anxiety about, but I'm getting so much more used to it now. And but I can't deny it. Tripods is where I came from. So that privacy, that still. But and it's not, porn is not all acting. I am enjoying. I am having fun. I am having that sex. But it's not that I will let the porn, affect my regular sex or regular sex affect my porn. I still do not consider this as work. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. That's good.
And I'm very, very aware about it. Just because it's not a means of livelihood for me yet, I understand the seriousness it is for the people who use this as their only means of. So I do not like to waste other people's time as well, because it's important to them. So I like to see it as, I like to be engaging. I like them to tell me what they are trying to seek out of this. I want to be, collaborative and be able to, and not, again, all my videos look the same. I want interaction with the other person. Say, what do you want to achieve out of this? What's your niche? And I want to be part of that journey for his followers to be able to see me, do those things that his followers want to see. And
the true meaning of collaboration.
Yeah, you have to. You have to bring. Otherwise, the videos look exactly the same.
Can you tell who is interested in doing it to collaborate and who is just doing it for money?
I did not do studios. See, at studios, people are forced. I did not do that.
Yeah, but in collaboration, you must come across. No?
OnlyFans, most people are working for themselves. They are also making the same, what is it, 80-20 or 25-75 model now with most all services. So they are making 75% least, or 80% least of what they make of their subscription pages. Nobody is forcing you. You're your boss. And you are making money out of this. You better be into me and want to be here. I'm very, very open. I reschedule, cancel all the time. I'm very open to people if they don't feel it like right now. Your stomach is upset. Anything. Oh yeah. Please, we have to be into each other and be ready to do it. That's the whole fun. It's like Uber driving for, versus taxi, or this is like OnlyFans is the Uber of porn. Yeah. You're your own boss.
I'll take that ride. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You fuck whoever you want, whenever you want, however you want.
Did you ever get into escorting?
Yes, I have had. I used to be a client, and it was hard. Before I had access to such amazing people, it was hard for. Growing up, hung even in India was a challenge because most people around me were not. And it's not a generalization. It's just that the people that I used to hang out with in the gym at that time, or the gay people that I met, were not very responsive to that, and they were not very encouraging or accepting of that either. So I had a very, very, very tough time being gay in India. First of all, I doubted myself for the longest time that I'm gay or not because of the upbringing that we had. Then as a gay man being hung in India, I used to, because most of the friends that I had, they could not handle me. I was too big for most of them. Those times were different. We didn't have access to lubrication. The hygiene wasn't as, but I was just a mess. I was sometimes bottoms would tell me, why are you not like normal sized like the rest of us? And I used to, that's a horrible feeling. The people that you're into, your own people do not like you because you're just different. It was hard. I doubted myself so much in India. First of all, why did you have to make me gay? Second, if you had to, did you have to give me that dick? Did you have to? Like, my people cannot handle me. Would I ever be able to like satisfy anyone? And my life changed after I came to America at 24. Oh my God, it's a whole different country. Whole different world. People would drive an hour and a half to pick me up from my night shift wherever I was working as an international student. Take me back, like I didn't have car. Take me back to their place. I would have such a good time. And then to drive again, so before Uber, to drive back again an hour and a half to drop me back at my house. And the sex was amazing. I was, wow. Imagine a 24-year-old who does not feel any good about himself, feels like, what a curse have I been carrying. The online story, he's not able to find somebody who can be him, who may have struggled with this, being brown, being hung, being from India. I don't know I don't know who to reach out to, what to do, what different to do to be able to feel good about myself. And I could not find an answer. I had to create those answers for somebody like me to be able to not feel, that you're not wanted. Just because you're different. Just because they think you're different. Maybe you're not. Because they haven't met somebody like you. That should not shake your own belief. I stopped believing in myself because the validation was that important to me at that age. I wanted to be accepted and I could not. It was a very hard feeling. So that's all I'm trying to do right now. I'm just trying to be liked by the people who may or may not be proud of me. It's a double-edged sword. I'm supposed to represent the people of India who may or may not be wanting me to represent them. It's a double-edged sword. I have to make sure I don't offend the people that I'm representing. Also, be respectful to the people who think that I'm representing them. So I can't fuck it up for the Indians because, even though they don't like me, I still represent them. I don't know if they'll ever be proud of me, but I think Indian men in general, or South Asian men in general, are represented not very well in the world. And I'm just trying to make sure I do my part to be able to, even if it's not change perception. I'm not trying to change anything. Maybe leave the door open to say, hey, maybe whatever you thought about them, there could be an exception. Be open to it. Why not? It's a good idea to be open. And I want to do my part in doing that. Plus have fun. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
I want to have so much fun, meet amazing people, listen to the wonderful stories and journeys that they each come from. Everybody's so nice. It doesn't sound work to me. It just sounds like a big party I'm part of. And just the only thing that's changed is I have the access of meeting and, working and collaborating with these most amazing people. And I would be super different if I don't take that chance and do it. Why not? I'm 43 now. I'm trying to be honest now. I personally think maybe 7 more years is all I have.
But then you get into daddy. You can be a daddy. You don't want to be a daddy.
Again, there's never been an Indian brown 50-year-old daddy. I don't know. You tell me. So we'll see when we get there.
So now that we are talking of the future or the near future, where do you see yourself? We can hypothesize about 50, but in the near future,
Yeah.
like, do you enjoy this? You're enjoying this and you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Anything that you would like to do that you have not done yet?
I mean, I would like to do. I work with a different kind of people. I wanted to work with everybody if I can. Anybody who wants to work with me, I'm very open to it. I'd love to. If somebody else believes in me a little more than I believe in myself, I would do anything for them. Any idea is not far from me. I would love to work. I would love to do studio porn. Why not? Sure. I would want to be able to. I have such control issues because I've never had to give control, right? OnlyFans gave me more control. I already am a control freak. I like things my way. My God, it's my way or my way. You don't even have a highway choice with me. Why do you think I'm single? Yes, I don't give in. I want what I want.
Okay.
Why? Why not? It's okay. So for me to be able to give that control to people that I trust, to be able to have me represented in the way that I couldn't do it, I would love that chance. Why not? Yes, hell yeah.
Yeah, we got to work together.
Yeah.
We got to do something together.
Yeah.
What does the rest of your trip in New York look like?
I am meeting more people, I guess. I would love to meet anyone and everyone if I can. It's not possible because of various reasons, logistic reasons and other reasons. But yes, I would love to explore the city, just meet amazing people, or collab or talk about working in the future together, something, why not? And then go back home and then fly to LA.
When people want to find you,
Uh-huh.
where do they go? What's the best place for them to go?
Well, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. It's Magic Mike Hung 1. On Instagram, there is no one, just Hung. My OnlyFans links are the same, Magic Mike Hung 01. They can email me, they can reach out to any on the social media. I'm generally very responsive. I like to reply to everything. Otherwise, I apologize if I haven't replied to you, but most of the time I reply to each and every fan that messages me. It's just so new to me to be receiving that, so I think I haven't gotten bored of it yet. So I love the attention. I love to reply back.
I think it's all, but I think that's a personality thing too. If you won't get bored of that.
Really?
You won't. I think that if you are generally open to receiving people, you will receive them whether it's, before anybody knew who you were to now everybody knowing who you are. It's just a matter of having the time to do it. I think
Really?
how many messages do you probably get?
I've-
Look, yeah, I think there are times I'm amazed. I get a lot of messages as well, and so nice, so very nice, to the point where if I get one in the morning and I feel like crap and I look at this message, I'm like, okay, that makes me feel like I can continue to do this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's very
And it's cool, and it's very, very cool to hear people be inspired by stories, by models who have different backgrounds coming together, and we're all working in the same industry, we're all working together, we're all living life.
Of course.
Yeah. So I have to thank you very, very much for this.
Well, this is my pleasure. This is you don't know what this means to me.
Well, I
Oh my
appreciate
God.
it.
Somebody wanting to talk to me. This is I love it.
Before we go, I just want to remind these guys too. This podcast is going to be available on every podcast directory, Spotify, Apple. It's available on YouTube, and I got to thank you again, Magic Mike Hung. Magic Mike is my guest this week. My name is Ike Grande. I'm your host for Demystifying Gay Porn, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped to get off, and so has this guy. Cheers.